for New York City. Let's talking about this pastor. They say he married 4 women, and they say he said this is in the Bible. This is not in the Bible. This is in your mind. All right, because the Bible didn't say nothing about you married 4 women. Who the hell you thinking you are? And you was married before that, right? So you do that because in your country they do whatever they want. You are, you know what? You are a wolf. You know why? A wolf. That's what you are, a wolf. Yeah, yeah. That's why you try to do that in your own church. Because you a wolf. Because you know why? You try to do that in your own church because you try to manipulate people to say that's nothing. God isn't gonna punish me. He's gonna punish you. Because if you marry 4 and that's 4 girls more, you doing adultery inside the church. And people that freaking blind. They see this. I saw you video right here. I talk about it because I saw you video right here. Yeah. And do you be married 4 women? And you said not everything they shine is gold. Not everything they shine is gold. Let me tell you something. So you married that's 4 women and you want to support the 4 women. You got one wife and that's 5 women, right? You thinking you Solomon? They had 700 women? Huh? Let me tell you something. Do you think you the kind of king? Solomon, 700 women, 300, huh? Lover. And you thinking you are the kind of man? You crazy. You even can support 1 woman and you're going to support 4 more? You have to be out of your mind, brother. Let me tell you something. But don't talking about the Bible because the Bible don't say that. That come out from your mind. A lot of people they like to do, like I always say, sins, but they cover with what? With the Bible. That's what they always do. Everybody do that. Men's, woman. It doesn't matter who it is. But this, like I always say, this this future, we see a lot of bad things is gonna happen. Yeah, a lot of bad things are gonna happen. You know what? Because a lot of people they play with the Bible. They're talking about that God told me to do this, God told me to do that, and that's a freaking lie. Because God didn't tell you to do that. You be doing this a lot of time. So you try to defend yourself. And we see you video right here. I saw you video. Yeah. That you was telling to the people, oh, God touched my heart and everything. Oh, he gave me a revelation about that I need to marry 4 women more. You have to freaking be out of your mind. Your own people, they don't talking about this, because people don't care. Because I know a lot of people that like to do a lot of sin, and that's why they do this. And you do the same thing. You call yourself a pastor? Huh? You call yourself a pastor? You're not a pastor. You're a freaking adultery person. Because you like to do adultery. That's what you do. Don't say you are a pastor. If you was a pastor, you give it some discipline to the people. How can you want to marry 4 women more? You have to be out of your mind. So that's what you see me right here. Standing right here, talking to you. Yeah, because I know you're going to see my videos. I want to show you a freaking video right here and show to the people what you was doing and say that God sent you to marry 4 women more. You have to be out of your mind. The Bible don't say that. Okay? And you know it when you read the Bible and when you go Corinthians 7 and you read the Bible, they say about if you marry somebody else and you divorce them and you marry somebody else, somebody out of the matrimony, you commit adultery. That's what they say. So I'm telling you what the Bible say. All right? If you say you are a pastor and you don't read good the Bible or you don't practice the Bible good. Because a lot of people, they preach the word of God, but they don't practice the word of God. It's like a abomination. So you do something wrong. Nobody tell you. You know why? Because a lot of people, they don't interested in this. But I come out right here and telling you in your face. Okay? Because a lot of people, they want to continue doing the same thing. You know where? In the United States of America. We know a lot of people, they like to do that a lot. They try to do the same thing that you do in your own country. And your country can do it, but not here in the United States of America. If you do something like that, that's abomination. Let me tell you something. If they do something like that, they need to support so many women. How these people, they're going to support so much women over there? You got a lot of money? You're a millionaire or something like that? Or her own family is going to support them? Explain to me that. You don't got no explanation for that, right? A lot of people, they're blind. That's right. A lot of people, they're blind. They don't understand that this is not correct with God. That's why you see this word the way it's going. Let me show you the freaking video they got in YouTube. Because I talking about this video. When I saw it, I talking about it. That's what I come out right here and explain to you. A man calling himself a pastor and marry a 4 women, and you say the God sent you to do that, and that's from the Bible. Who say that? You have to be out of your mind, brother. Let me tell you something. You look. You see? I saw this man right here. It's like a sign. They're talking about you married, right? So I punched the button right here and check this out. To check it out, you freaking videos. That's what I come up right here. Let me check this out. Let me check this out. Let me check this out. Because I wanna show them. Look, you beat this right here. Right here on YouTube. That's what we're talking about.
Your friends and family.
Nobody connected right here. Because nobody a lot of people don't understand what I'm saying. But I mean, I got a lot of people right here, but I mean, nobody connected about this sign. But I know people from your country gonna see this video, and I explain to the people from your own country why you do something like that.
We're attending a special wedding day of Mr. Zagabe Cheluza, a servant of God who is going to marry 4 women at once. Yes, 1 to 3 up to 4 women. To many people, this does not make sense as a pastor.
That's not a pastor, and you're freaking old man. You can be a father of the 4 women that you be married. You know why? You look like a grandfather. So people, but your own people, they don't talk about it. Everybody want to celebrate. How you celebrate evil stuff? Huh? That's what this word is, the way they are. You know why? People like you. They put the word God in the floor. Yeah, that's right. A lot of people put the word God in the floor. Because how you want to marry 4 women more? You had you were married before. Huh? Are you stupid or what? The hell's wrong with you, pastor? Pastor? Who you? Oh my God. You're not a pastor. You're not a pastor. How could somebody's gonna marry 4 women more? Like don't care. And talking about God sent me to do something like that. That's a lot of people. Let me explain to you on the Spanish people. I see this in Spanish people too. You know how many Spanish people I see doing the same thing? You know how many people right here Spanish? We see Chisenia 10. That's a lady in Spanish one from Santo Domingo, Dominican. And that lady said God saw her to do something like that too. Divorce her husband and marry another one younger than her husband. So what kind of God you be serving? God's can send people to marry people. God is a God that's salvation, not to marry people down here in earth. What's going on with these people, with this generation? Oh my God. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Who's going to believe something like that? And then you come out right here and explain to the people that God sent you to do something like that. You have to be out of your mind, like I always telling you. I'll be sitting down here like I was studying your freaking video. Studying your freaking video. Yeah, because I'm studying you. Because you use the name of God in vain. You don't do something like that. Say God saying you to do something like that, that's in vain. Because God don't you like I always say, you like Israel people. They don't want to obey God. They want to do whatever they want. And you do the same thing too. You don't want to obey God, and you want to do whatever you want, and you want to like cover and say, oh, God sent me to do this, God sent me to do that. God don't say you to do nothing. You do it yourself. Okay? Because you got, like I always say, you flesh make you to do that. Who you in the flesh. That's right. Don't say God sent you to do something like that, because that's you freaking liar. You're freaking liar. We see the commandments right here, and you know that Israel people, they not support this commandment. You know why? Because they want to do whatever they want. And that's the same thing that like Gentile people want to do, like Israel people do. They don't want to obey God. So you say God sent you to do something like that, that's a freaking lie to you. You be lied to the people inside YouTube channel. Don't say that to the people, because people, they want to believe everything what you say, and that's very, very horrible, because that's a freaking lie. God is gonna send you to marry 4 women more, because God is not crazy. You try to manipulate God in your own way. You can do that. Don't do that. God is not serving that you do whatever you want, and He's not your slave. Okay? You can manipulate your own people in your own country, but don't do that with God. Okay? Don't do that. That's why I come out right here to explain your freaking video. Nobody want to what? To obey God. They don't want to obey the commandments. What happened when the commandments, God gave it to the Israel people. Israel people turned the back of God and they don't want to obey. All right? The same thing you be doing right there. You don't obey God. What did say the comment about? Marry somebody, adultery. They're talking about adultery. Adultery means when somebody be marry somebody else, they got them tell you to do it, and you do it because you be married before, and you continue to marry somebody else, and God tell you still have to be single and not marry nobody else. Only you may marry somebody else if somebody pass away, and you're a widow, and you're not a widow because your wives are alive too. So you be having 5 women there. Are you stupid or what? So you want to come out right here and explain to the people just like that, oh God, and you take a Bible. So it be explained to the people with the Bible that God told me to do this, God told me to do that. That's what everybody would like to do. Do sin in the face of God and try to cover it. Don't do that. Okay, it's nothing you be covered, it's going to take out of the light. Let me tell you something. So when the Israel people see the commandments and everything, they don't want to obey. That's what you see Moses, this guy prophet. They don't want to give you the commandment because they don't want to obey the law. They was doing sin down there, right? They were doing some authority there in earth, right? So the same thing you be doing now. You be doing sin, and you say, no, I'm not doing sin. God sent me to do it. Who the hell told you that God sent you to do it? You have to be crazy. That's why you see me come out right here explain to you about what is going on in this video. You be explaining to the people you want to marry 4 women more. You know what happened about this is like the day of Noah. People that was doing party, people that was doing adultery, people that was like each other were drunks and stuff like that, using drugs and stuff like that. And they don't believe this is gonna be the earth, it's gonna be the end of the world. And they was glorified who? Noah. And Noah is the only one get saved because he believed in God. That's the same thing happened about this day. You continue to explain to the people this is wrong. You're gonna be doing this. God did not send you to do this, and you continue doing it. And what's happening about this day? People don't care what God say. Okay? And that's the same thing happened to you. Now you will come out with that kind of video right here on YouTube. I know it's new for 2022. I mean, it is this year. And what's gonna happen? A lot of people are gonna do the same thing you be doing. People are gonna, men are gonna marry 4 women too. And so a lot of people, they want to get divorced and they marry another woman. So nobody gonna obey the law, and you want to go to heaven like that? Don't be sure that you want to go to heaven. You thinking everybody gonna go to heaven the way you want to go heaven? Heaven, nobody gonna go there, up there. You thinking you can manipulate the law? Can manipulate God? No way. Okay? You need to work very hard right here to go to heaven. And you ain't gonna go like that doing sin, marrying 4 women more. That's not the word of God. That's somebody that want you, like I always say, do sin, and the devil give you temptation, and you take it. That's what happened. So don't be freaking lying. The people that see this video, because I know a lot of people from Africa, a lot of people from Nigeria, and those people like that like to hear a lot of the videos like this one, like the one that be telling you, explain to you. I explain to you. You have a man right here, they call him a pastor. And he say, God sent him to marry 4 women more. And that's a freaking lie. Everybody's blind. That's about this, like I always say, about this year. People continue lie to people inside the internet. Say God sent him. God don't spoke to people like that. He disobeyed God. He said, if you're not obedient, God is ain't gonna talk to you. You're not obedient person. So if you be disobey the Lord, he disobeyed. Say a freaking lie right here. You're a freaking liar to everybody, lie to everybody. So you are disobeyed the Lord. You're not obedient. So don't say God sent you to do something like that. You doing because you want to. What you don't tell them like that to the people? I did it because I want to, not because God sent you to do it. And you said that's said in the Bible, and you all freaking Bible. Maybe you put that in the Bible, because the Bible doesn't say that. When you go to the Bible say, if you marry somebody else, and you ally and divorce and marry somebody else more, get married with somebody else, you doing adultery. You do not understand what I'm saying? Woman and man. That's what they say. Okay? So you thinking God is a liar? Who put that law right here in the commandment? God. So you thinking God is a liar? Don't try to manipulate the law in your own way. That's what I'm telling you. Don't manipulate the law like that. I come out with your video right here because I like to explain videos right here. A lot of people they not show in this live video because a lot of people they say they're busy. No, it's not busy. It's because I like to say the truth, and the truth make you, me, everybody around the world free. Right? So if you don't come with the truth, that's what you see a lot of people in jail. Hello, talking to you. When they judge you and you do something wrong, what happened? You're putting you in jail. Right? In jail. So you continue doing sin? No way. They give you discipline in jail. So when you take that discipline, you come out from jail straight. Right? That's the way it's supposed to be. That's the same thing God wants to put you straight. But you like to lie to people right here. And nobody likes to explain this. A lot of pastors like to do that, a lot of sin. We see a lot of pastors right here in the United States do the same thing. I'm an evangelist. And when I go preach on a lot of church and everything, I used to be a pastor wife. Yeah. He passed away in 2012. Yeah. And he told me never let nobody play games with you and try to lie to you, nothing like that. Telling the truth, and the truth make everybody around the world free. That's why you see so many sins inside the church, because people like to lie too much. So you need to come out with the truth. So all the church be like me, you want to call me crazy, or maybe you want to call me a witch. It doesn't matter what you call me. Call me whatever you want. But I like to tell you the truth in your face. You know why? Because you can't continue to lie to the people. How can you want to marry 4 women more if you be married already? What the hell is wrong with you? That's what I try to explain to you. What the hell's wrong with you? So you see the video because you the one make this video, not me. Okay? You say, on my country, you can do whatever you want. In your own country, but not God country. Because you can go to heaven like that. You cannot go to heaven like that. In your own country, you can do that. You thinking you can, like I always say, do this thing right here in the United States of America. You can do that in here. So be like when you had a child, you need to give it child support, right? So you need to support your own child, right? So why you hiding from for the law or something like? No, you can say no. So you need to pay, right? That's what you're supposed to do. If you be in church and you try to play with God and try to play and say God sent you to do something like that, you you be lied to the people, because people want to do the same thing like you be doing. You know why? Because a lot of people Christian around the world, religions. That's what they're talking about. And you know what religion do? Hear everything in this channel, and everything when I come out right here in this channel, they take it to himself and doing it, because people complicate it. They do everything what they see right here. Why do you think it's YouTube channel? To see videos. If you like it, take it. If you don't like it, you throw it away. That's what you do, right? So you see me right here talking about it. That's what I'm talking about. So I like to show you video because when I see it, God tell me explain this. Who's saying this guy to marry 4 women? That's what God told me when I be sitting down right here, because I don't want to do this video. Let me tell you something. If you be seeing my videos, pastor, evangelist, whatever, prophets, or everybody what you see around the world, let me tell you something. I'll be sitting down right here and I'll try. I was on YouTube channel right there with my freaking phone, and God told me, you see that video that see right there? I said, wow, explain that video. I never sent nobody to marry nobody. You know how difficult it is to marry somebody. You know me, I be single. And I'm a widow. And let me tell you something. It's so difficult. Me marry somebody else because God don't want me to marry. And you say God sent you to marry 4 more. You have to be out of your mind. You have to be crazy because God didn't want me to marry somebody else. You know how many guys that I know, and God told me, no, you don't want to marry those. Because you don't do whatever you want. And you say, how the way God spoke to you? When you go pray. Yeah, and you hear the voice of God in your ear. And God tell you don't do that. Don't do it. I don't want you to do it. And you think I don't want to obey the law? Yes, it is. Okay? I obey the law or nobody else. You know why? Because you think I want to lose my freaking salvation for a man? Get the hell out of my sight. I explain to you this because I saw your video and God told me to explain the video. Okay? Look at me, explain the video right here. And you understand what I'm saying, but you're not stupid, right? And you know my communication. And you know my language. I spoke clear. Look the way you talked in that video. You know what I'm saying? You understand, right? That's what I tried to tell you. So I want to show you the video. So you people right here, I know I don't have my comments right there free, but let me tell you something. What are you thinking about this? If you see this video, what are you thinking about this? God's gonna send you to marry 4 women more? God's gonna send you to marry 4 men more? You think this is the kind of God you be serving right here in the United States of America? In a lot of like about insurance and everything? Just let me know. You see me right here, explain to you, you're blind or something like that? It's because a lot of people like to do sin and they don't know the way they do it. And that's the way they're doing it. Try to lie to the other people. Let me show you this. Because the commandments right here, 10 commandments, and you know what they say about the 10 commandments. They're talking about adultery. Don't lie. Obey father and mother. Right? They say all these things right here. And why this man lie to the people? Some many things say they're here and they not, you not, like I always say, obey the this kind of pastor. They tell you, oh, go and marry 4 women more. You can obey this kind of pastor. And you say, but sometimes when we marry, we got so many difficulties and everything. So I need to let this woman and get another one. Let me tell you something. Nobody's perfect. Nobody. And everybody had a lot of problems in matrimony. Let me tell you something. We need to sitting down and, like I always say, talk about it. You understand what I'm saying? Because if you keep married, the problem's inside you. And the problem is not inside the marriage. It's inside you. Something's wrong with you. And you have to find out what's going on in yourself. You cannot thinking the whole time this is the marriage because you marry somebody else. That's the problem. That's not the problem. The problem is in you. Because something's wrong in you and you never found out what is going on with you. You're going to marry somebody, you're going to have the same thing, keep on divorce a lot of people. Because the problem is inside you. That's what we're talking about. So that's what you need to sit in down with your couple and talk about it, about what's going on, what happened in your life, something wrong in her, something wrong in you. Huh? That's the way it's supposed to be. When you go Catholic church, what happened? They give you some class and everything and explain to you if you be ready to be married or not. That's the way they talk to you, right? The father talk to you like that. You be married to marry this woman. You be ready to marry this man. That's the way they talk to you. So what happened? The Bible explain to you the same thing too. They give you some class too. That's why this man did something wrong. Put the name of God on his mouth and say, God sent to marry this woman. Let me show you the videos. Just show, like I said, show a copy right there. And you, like I said, you judge. And you thinking I'm a liar. You thinking this for God? Judge yourself. Let me show you. Come on. This freaking let me put it.
Who should be exemplary? In 1986, when I was in school, that's when I got saved and believed Jesus as my savior. Me and my colleagues always talk about the Bible. And when it comes to polygamy, we differ from other religions, as we all have different opinions on this topic. Jacob married one wife and was awarded another one, didn't he? After that, he married others that we don't even know about. There are a lot of examples, let's say Solomon, David, and more. Was God not pleased with them? I'm wondering, how can one refuse to marry more women? While attending this special wedding, it was not only us, but many from his church. Friends and families also gathered to attend Pastor Zagabe's wedding, a man whom God anointed. They sang songs of praise while dancing. The groom and bride arrive. I'm glad to have 5 wives around me. No, I can only see 4. If you want to marry a lot of wives like Abraham, say amen. Rejoice with us. And Abraham will see you, though he's seated in heaven. May God bless you.
In heaven, you want to be in hell. You want to be in hell, not heaven. God didn't tell you to marry for a woman. You want to be in hell, not heaven. You thinking God's stupid? Take you to heaven? Who the hell told you that? Right? What the Bible? Get out. One verse of the Bible, they say you marry for a woman. The only one married woman, it was Solomon. He got 700 women, okay? And 300 lovers. So you're not Solomon because you're not a very millionaire man. For a woman, you don't even can, like I always say, you can even take care of one. You're gonna take four, like I always say, four more. You have to be out of your mind. Okay? You ambition. That's what you are. You are ambition, man. You like to have so much sex. Yeah, that's what you explain that to people right here. You ambition, man. That's what you are. And you teach that to your own church? You freaking crazy, man. You are crazy. Don't do that. Because the way you spoke to these people like that is gonna, the people from around the world is gonna learn about you. So don't do that. Because that's abomination to God. That's what Moses explained to the Israel people. Don't do that. Don't do that. And they'll continue doing it. Why? Because people, that's the way they do it. They not obey. Why you do something like that and try to manipulate people in the internet and telling, oh, this is the way you're supposed to live. Marry 4 wives. God is good. Who the hell is God? Who the hell is you God? God didn't say you to do that. This woman telling you your freaking faith, brother. Now it had to be a man. It had to be a woman. Those 4 women, they don't understand the word of God. That's why you took those 3, like I always say, dummies. But not me, because I understand the word of God. And you freaking liar and say God sent you to do something like that? You thinking God is a freaking liar? No. You did it because you have so many ambitions and everything. And that's why you like to do something like that. Your ambition. And you want to have so much sex and everything. And have passion with those women. And you don't explain the way you're supposed to explain. And you say, oh, God sent me. And I had a revelation. God told me to do it. Who the hell told you to do that? The devil told you to do that. And you say you're going to be in heaven. You're going to be in hell. Right? I tell him to a million people around the world, don't do what he did right here. Because you saw the video. It's in you too. The video is in you too. A man, they marry 4 women. And God sent to do it. God didn't send you to do it. Yeah. I come out with this, like I always say, with this somebody right here talking about it and everything. Because a lot of Bautin shirt, a lot of people from Nigeria, a lot of people from Africa and everything, that's going to, like I always say, follow you. Don't follow this man. Don't follow this man. I give you this empire about you. Don't follow this man. Okay? Because this is not good what he did. Marry 4 women? Huh? You thinking this is from God? No, this is not from God. About this generation, you be doing the same thing that people that be doing outside in the world. Yeah. You be doing things like the people outside in the world. You be doing the same thing. Nothing different. You pass like a pastor because you be covered. You know who the hell you are? You're a freaking wolf. And you cover like that. That's what you are. This is this pastor right here. That's who you are. This pastor. This is the pastor right here inside the internet. This is you. You. Yeah, that is you. And you calling a pastor? No, you're not a pastor. No. You're a wolf. That's what you are. Yeah. Try to eat what? Huh? Eat those friendly, or like I would say, inside church, right? Those poor girl right here inside the church. Huh? When those girls open their eyes, you say, oh my God, what I did. Yeah, you like confess this man and do sins with him. Huh? You think he's gonna support 4 women? He didn't even support himself. 2 facts and everything. Excuse me about the word. And you didn't take care of yourself. You think you want to take care of 4 women? You have to be out of your mind. Okay? That's not right what you did. That's not, like I always say, this is wrong what you did, because this you give you a real bad class to everybody around the world. Imagine you want people, because everybody is going to try to follow you. Don't follow this man. Like I always telling you, don't follow this man. I found this video. God tell me, listen, go and explain about this video. I never seen this guy say pastor to marry somebody else. And like I say, for women, never. He can say you and you be married already. You already was married. How could God gonna say you to marry 4 women more? And you say that's not sin. That's sin. Yeah, that's sin. You did sin from inside the church, like everybody else doing. Like a lot of women, right? Spanish women, Spanish men, every kind of country do the same thing. Divorce a woman when she do something wrong. 'Cause we see a lot of men, they say, so my wife to commit adultery, I'm gonna divorce her. But you be married again, so it's the same thing. It's the same dog with different kind, the chain right here on the neck. You do the same thing. It's nothing different about it. Just different kind of colors. So you do the same thing too. So it's nothing different. That's why you see me by explain to you what is going on about this 2022. You everybody do so many things inside the church and people blind. How you gonna be like I always say, celebrate something wrong? You see your own church celebrate something wrong and the families and everything. It's me the sin doing sin inside the church. That's what we're talking about. And everybody they blind, they don't want to see it. Huh? You blind, you don't see he's wrong. How can you gonna I always say, how can you wanna preach something that you don't live? You be preaching in the altar, talking about God is coming soon, the righteous and everything. Look at what you did right there. The devil play games with you. You know why? Because he trick you, and he trick you, and look at what you did. Okay, you played the wrong way. And a lot of people, they're going to see you and they're going to say, this is right, this is wrong. Okay? God from heaven is watching you. It doesn't matter that you say, nobody see me. God is watching you. The eyes of God watching you. That you do something that God don't like them. Like I always say, I'm a evangelist. I explain to you what is going on. And God sent me to telling you this to a lot of church around the world. I want to see you. I want you to see this video. If you see the video of this man that he married 4 women, this is wrong. You want to do something, talk about it. Talk about it, yeah. And tell him this is sin. This is adultery. Let me check it out. I want to go YouTube channel and check it out and keep on talking about when a man talking about. Maybe you say, this is not you. Okay. And you're married. Let me put this clear glasses and continue with this video because this is very interesting. Let me check it out. You did this and you be celebrating. And everybody celebrate.
As time gets by, everything gets better and better. Our journalist was so curious and approached one of the church member of Primitive.
This is not testimony.
Called Sister Isdor Chipakila. This church is
This is come out for 2012. Let me check this out. Let me check this for you. Yeah.
Hi everyone. In one of my previous videos, I talked about divorce and remarriage. I mostly focused on divorce, and that's why some of you asked me a few questions about remarriage. Some of you still ask me if you can remarry, or is remarriage considered adultery? So in the circumstances. Now, some of you also asked me in the comment section of the previous video, what about abuse? Physical abuse, emotional abuse? What does the Bible say?
That's a different stuff. If you marry somebody because they abuse you, this is different. I want to give it to you, this video right here, to you judge about what is going on. I'm talking about this guy, but this is different when you divorce somebody else. But I'm talking about this man. He's married for a woman, and this is different. Different are why you be divorced. I just want to give you this video, and you, like I always say, learn why he says gonna right here in this video.
And he who marries a woman divorced from her husband commits adultery. If you want to divorce your current husband or wife because of someone else, then you are the cause of the divorce. And we know. Matthew 19 verse 6 says, "So they are no longer two, but one in flesh. What therefore God has joined together, let not man separate." Now we all know that God created the marriage. And we should not just take it lightly. In fact, we should keep it in honor among all things. Hebrews 13 verse 4, "Let marriage be held in honor among all, and let the marriage bed be undefiled, for God will judge the sexually immoral and adulterous." In marriage, sexual immorality is one of the worst things that you can do. In fact, it is so terrible to God that if your husband or your wife cheats on you, then you are allowed to divorce them. Matthew 5 verse 32, "But I say to you, that everyone who divorces his wife, except on the ground of sexual immorality, makes her commit adultery, and whoever marries a divorced woman commits adultery." Now please understand that God's word never commands you or never says that you have to divorce someone. It just gives you permission to do so in certain circumstances. Now, some of you also asked me in the comment section of the previous video, what about abuse? Physical abuse, emotional abuse? What does the Bible say about that? Can you divorce someone? Well, when it comes to divorce, the Bible doesn't say anything specifically about that. But we do know that God is against any form of abuse. And that is not what a marriage should ever look like. A marriage should look like this. Ephesians 5 verse 25. "Husbands, love your wives as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her, that he might sanctify her, having cleansed her by the washing of water with the word, so that he might present the church to himself in splendor, without spot or wrinkle or any such thing, that she might be holy and without blemish. In the same way, husbands should love their wives as their own bodies. He who loves his wife loves himself. For no one ever hated his own flesh, but nourishes and cherishes it, just as Christ does the church, because we are members of his body. Therefore, a man shall leave his father and mother and hold fast to his wife, and the two shall become one flesh. This mystery is profound, and I am saying that it refers to Christ and the church. However, let each one of you love his wife as himself, and let the wife see that she respects her husband. You know, it is easy for a wife to respect her husband when the husband lives righteously before God. When his aim is to be like Jesus Christ, when he is a good example, when he treats her kind, loving, passionate, when he is nourishing her, taking care of her, the way that Jesus Christ takes care of us, the church. Jesus gave his life for the church. That's how much he loves us. And that's how we should treat our wives as well. Husbands, you're not the boss, oh, I'm the boss. No. You can only lead when you listen to Jesus Christ. If you say things that are not in line with Scripture, then your wife doesn't have to listen to you. But when you say things from the Spirit, from God, then yes, I think the woman would love it to listen to you, to follow you as the leader of the house. Because then you are a great example and you're doing what God says you have to do.
I think you know real good opinion. God bless you. Subscribe to my channel, Evangelist Yolanda Sara, and don't follow this guy. Love you. God bless you, Eminem. God bless you, everybody. God bless America. Continue with this kind of videos. Subscribe to my channel, Evangelist Yolanda Sara.